That I was actually wrong before. I want to say that I was anti cardio, and I feel like recent studies that I've been reading, especially on strengththeory.com, that one's an awesome website, where they support, like, you can still get hypertrophy even though you do your cardio. What's up, guys? Al here from AM Training. So quick update on my injury. So basically I had a lot of physical therapists and occupational therapists look at it, just because I have so much access to it working at a physical therapy clinic, and they said that I can't do shit for it. Basically it's a injury that is held in by a lot of ligaments, and those ligaments might be loose or irritated or even torn. So I'm hoping it's not torn, because that's going to need surgery if it is anything worse than like a grade 3 or 2 or whatever, because I know I'm just going to have to rest it, and that's the best I can do. They actually did try to help out, because they know that my clavicle, they can feel it moving around, and it is kind of shifting anteriorly. There is some anterior movage. I believe that is a medical term, anterior movage. So they taped me up, and the first taping that I had was basically to support the whole shoulder and kind of deload my shoulder, because a lot of the weight, because my massive biceps were really holding my shoulder down, and that's probably why it hurt a lot in the beginning. So that was very helpful in the beginning, but then an occupational therapist showed me how to kind of prevent that movement, or at least proprioception, and using proprioception to really prevent me from doing movements that I shouldn't be doing, so it can really heal up. So basically that one was a general one that kind of went right from the shoulder all the way down to the end of the clavicle, and basically that just told me that if I felt a stretch in the tape, I shouldn't move it that way. And that basically was the one movement that was gonna hurt the most, was probably scapular retraction, which is a bummer, because a lot of the movements in squat, bench, deadlift requires scapular retraction. So how did I train? I basically I keep saying basically, I went ahead and did one arm training. So I did the dumbbell press, which was a little hard because it was kind of hard to balance off. I felt like if I didn't use leg drive enough or really stabilize my core, I would have fell off the bench. And so I went ahead and did like 70 or 75 with the dumbbell. Not as heavy as I wanted to, but it was kind of a limiting factor, was not falling off the bench. Then I went ahead and did some dumbbell rows, did the croc rows. This was a little weird for me, just because I usually use my other hand to kind of stabilize myself, but of course I can't put any pressure, because that kind of puts more pressure on that sternoclavicular joint. So I went ahead and did kind of a bent over no hand kind of croc row. So that was all right. Kind of all on the left side. Pretty much the only thing I could do for the right side, and which I pretty much did do, was just bicep curls, preacher bicep curls, which I have not done in forever. So that was kind of interesting to see. Just tried to maintain what I have left of my itty bitty bicep. So I went ahead and did that. I don't think I recorded that. That was just there was just no space in the gym for that. Then I got a chance to do the leg press a couple of days, but then that I didn't really record. Nothing impressive about the leg press, to be honest. So I went ahead and went to California Elite Training Center. I went over there and got to use their belt squat machine, which is great, because I thought I can really still keep the grease in my groove of my squats, basically saying that I won't get a little rusty, because I haven't squatted in maybe two weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, and it's kind of depressing. But the thing is, I figure, leg press really work on getting bigger. Also with anyways, what you're watching now is that belt squat machine, which is pretty cool, and I thought it was going to be really awesome. I thought it was going to feel the same, but it doesn't feel the same. I don't know if I was using it wrong, where I wasn't stepping up, or I had my center of gravity a little bit off, but it almost felt like front squats. So basically I did 315 for a good 3 sets of 10 or so. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I couldn't really move big numbers with this one, so I just did a lot of reps, and I couldn't really, I don't know about the range of motion, so I kind of stuck. I tried to put a lot of mats underneath me, so there was a ton of mats underneath me, so I could get more of a range of motion. I really wanted to try to go ass to grass, but of course with this one, I didn't want to stack up so many of the mats where it's just going to take over the machine. So I went ahead and just kind of stopped at, maybe, I want to say my weak point of my lift. So hopefully with me kind of pausing at that particular lift right before the weights hit the floor. With this particular gym, it's pretty awesome. They have a lot of cool stuff. Of course, I did the reverse hypers. That was definitely different. I tried not to use as much momentum, but you know, moving that amount of weight, I think it was around 200, did require me to do a little English humping, like an English body humping. Anyways, I went ahead and did the glute ham raises, and that one was a little difficult because I tried to also minimize the cheating, but it was hard because I definitely felt my hamstrings kind of give out a little. That one was on the difficult side. So went ahead and did some, I did the vampire kind of quad raises. I did that for a little bit. Couldn't really record with that one just because I was trying to figure out the machine and really try to work it. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of it just because I think I felt my knees a little bit more sensitive on that machine. So I went ahead and did the standard quad extension. And I know everyone's gonna hate the quad extension because it puts a lot of torque on the knee, but I figure I don't really use it. I figure I need to, might be a weakness that I need to bring up. So I really can feel my thigh muscles really contract with that particular movement compared to if I were to do squats, which is a little weird because you know me, squats is end all be all. And so went ahead and did that. I did the leg press on that one. The leg press over there was pretty decent because I got a decent range of motion, and can't really say much about that. I don't know what else I did. I want to say that was a good amount of my workout. I'm really trying to focus on trying to get better. I even went ahead and did some biking. Of course, indoor. I'm not an outdoor guy, so I don't even know when the last time I rode a bike was, but I went ahead and did the stationary bike, and I did that all after leg day, trying to make sure that bring up some other weaknesses, as in my heart and my muscle weaknesses. Kind of apparent sometimes when I'm breathing hard after a heavy squat, and I can't. It takes me like 7-8 minutes to rest. So I went ahead and incorporated that. I was actually wrong before. I want to say that I was anti cardio, and I feel like recent studies that I've been reading, especially in strengththeory.com, that one's an awesome website, where they support, like, you can still get hypertrophy even though you do your cardio. So, and the evidence shows that there's more hypertrophy if you were doing cardio, except they were using, I think, the quad extension in this machine on maybe untrained individuals. So it's hard to say if it's going to translate to, you know, squats or leg press with me, and also me having a couple of training years under my belt, but nothing, of course, elite. But that's the whole goal. That's why I'm not being a pansy and not, you know, taking a whole month off of training altogether, because I definitely have my meet coming up, and December 6th is my meet, going against the 220s. Even though I currently weigh, I think, 198, I actually dropped in weight just because I wasn't able to maybe squat as heavy. I don't know why I'm losing weight. I'm kind of eating the same amount of calories, 4,000, but I did sign up for 220s. Hopefully I could, in 1 month from now, maybe gain a good, you know, 5-10 pounds, hopefully make me a little bit more competitive, because I am literally out of my league. So I'm 220 weight class, and I'm at the 198 weight class, but I did sign up for that. I don't think I'll back out of it just because I don't care if I lose. It's just I really want to make sure that I hit the numbers that I want to. Alright, so that's about it for the video. Go ahead and, you know, like, comment, subscribe. Same old. But other than that, train hard, train smart. All the main points of this new technique is basically what a physical therapist said to me. I haven't heard it before, even though I've been in the physical therapy kind of realm for 10 years. He actually said that I should be strengthening my sartorius, because